Can a $32 baby lounger really compete with a $156 baby lounger? If you are shopping for a baby lounger, it's likely you've heard of the Snuggle Me and the Tot. There's a ton of comparison videos already out there for those. So in this video, we're going to talk about the Snuggle Me and the Boppy Lounger. This is Relevant Parenthood, where we give you tips, strategies, and product reviews to help you and your family. Everything I mention will be in the links below, so check those out. If you want to see more content like this, tap that subscribe button. Okay, let's get right into the comparison. We're going to break this down into 5 sections: price, function, build quality, cleaning and care, and then safety. All right, the biggest and the most divisive difference between these two is the price. The Snuggle Me comes in at 5 times as expensive as the Boppy Lounger. Right now on Amazon, the Snuggle Me is $156. The Boppy Lounger is $32. I have seen recently on the Snuggle Me website that it's listed for $100. So if you do want to purchase one of those, I would suggest checking their website out as well. The Boppy Lounger is the obvious winner in this category by a long shot. So let's go over how they both work, especially if you're not familiar with either one of them. Couple things to note on the Snuggle Me. It's designed to hug your baby and make them feel really tucked in. So the way they do this is they've got this center sling design that I think they've patented. So there's no other products like this. Essentially, the sides hug into your baby. They get drawn in. And this makes your baby feel really secure and reminds them of the womb. However, you do have to place the Snuggle Me on something really soft and flat. So since there's no pillows below the center fabric where you're placing your baby in, whatever you place the Snuggle Me on, that's what your baby's going to feel. So that's going to leave you with putting the Snuggle Me on a couch or a bed or maybe some really soft carpet. As far as how long you can use it, you can use this till your baby is about 9 months or they start crawling. The Boppy Lounger is a little bit different, mostly in 2 areas. The first is the slight angle it's on. The Boppy doesn't lie flat like the Snuggle Me. It's propped up just a little bit, so your baby's head is a little bit higher than their feet. The other big difference is the ability to lay it anywhere. The Boppy doesn't rely on a soft surface below it. You can throw it anywhere and it's going to be just as soft. You can use the Boppy up to when your baby's 16 pounds or they can roll over. Now which one functions better? I would call this one a tie. I love the idea of the hug design of the Snuggle Me, but our son didn't really enjoy it that much unless he was sleeping in it. On the other hand, he did enjoy the Boppy Lounger because he was able to look around a lot once he started seeing better. The sides of the Snuggle Me kind of prevented him from looking around a little bit. But to be fair, tons of people online say their babies love the Snuggle Me. So that's why I'm giving this a tie. My guess is the build quality is a major factor in the price difference. The Snuggle Me just feels really premium. The pillow is really soft, plush, but not too lightweight. And the cover is warm and cozy. Like, I wish they made one of these for adults. Anyway, they didn't skimp out on the materials and the stitching for the Snuggle Me. The Boppy comes in as a little bit cheaper. They pretty much took a normal Boppy with a hole in the center and filled that hole with some pillows, which is okay. It's not a premium pillow, and the cover isn't exactly warm and cozy. If you have seen a normal Boppy, you know what I'm talking about. The winner for build quality is definitely going to be the Snuggle Me Lounger. All right, let's talk about cleaning. Both of the loungers do allow you to throw it straight into the washer. Just pay attention to the label. If it's just a small spill, the Boppy Lounger is much better for wiping up just a quick little spill because the material on the outside doesn't really absorb anything. The Snuggle Me fabric doesn't really repel very much, but the nice part about that is you can take off the cover and just throw the cover into the wash and you don't have to worry about the rest of the lounger. The Boppy doesn't come with a cover, but you can buy one separately on their website. We ended up just using blankets to put on top to make it a little bit softer, and in case we needed to throw it into the wash. This is a tough one to judge, but I'm going to give the edge to the Boppy. The combination of the material being really easy to wipe off little spills and the fact that you can buy a separate cover does make it a little bit better than the Snuggle Me. Alright, let's talk about safety. The Snuggle Me, I know a lot of people are using this as a co-sleeper and they're putting it into the bassinet. I'm going to recommend not doing that. Follow the standard regulations. Instead, the Snuggle Me is better for just using around the house, throwing it on the couch and putting your baby in there while you're watching some TV or something. We did let our son take some naps in the Snuggle Me. We would just lay it onto the couch and we would hang out around him in the same room. I know that the DockATot does have some breathable sides if your baby rolls over, but the Snuggle Me isn't breathable, so you do want to be careful if your baby rolls over to the side. The Boppy is not meant for your baby to sleep on. I think for a little bit more obvious reasons. Your baby could roll off a little bit easier because the sides aren't as high. Again, we let our son take a couple naps in the Boppy Lounger, but for the most part we used it to feed him bottles and for him to just interact with us while he was in a room. As far as comparing which one is safer, as long as you're using both of them as intended, they both should be perfectly safe, and I would give this a tie. Alright, the $1,000,000 question. Which one should you buy? Well, I can't vouch for every single baby. I can vouch for the 1,500 people that have reviewed the Boppy Lounger on Amazon as 4.8 stars. And the fact that our son seemed more content in the Boppy Lounger. I really wanted to like the Snuggle Me more. But when it came to actually using it around the house, we just ended up using the Boppy a lot more. It has a handle that you can carry around from room to room, and the Snuggle Me doesn't have a handle. It's a little bit awkward to move around the house. We were able to feed Rowan bottles on the Boppy really easy, and that was our biggest use out of it. Maybe for some babies, the Snuggle Me is going to be a lot better because of that hug design. But for us and our son, the Boppy was a winner. So I would recommend buying the Boppy Lounger, trying it for a little bit, and if it doesn't work out, the worst case is you're only out $32. Well, that'll wrap this video up. If you learned anything from the video, please tap that like button. I would really appreciate it. I wish you luck on your search, and don't forget about the links into the description. Catch ya on the flippity flip.